Hello and welcome to another WebWAM tutorial. In this one we're just going to show you how to create a drop down, and when I say a drop down, if I go up to this website here, I mean the extra boxes that appear when my mouse moves over the navigation. That's just one use of a drop down. On this same website there's another use, which is every time I move my mouse over these bits there is a box that appears on the right hand side, like so. So often they're used for navigation, and that's in this demonstration I've mocked up a little website, and I'm just going to add a drop down to the navigation. So if I go into the web manager here, this is just a basic dummy template I've put together very quickly, and I'm going to apply a drop down to services. So this is in effect is a text box, and what we do is we highlight the text box, and then whilst it's highlighted we click on this button here which says applies a drop down container. So click on that. Okay, so when I click on services now, you notice another container highlights. So that's there's two ways of accessing that container whilst we're working in the web manager. So we click on services and then we click on the container, or in your list of elements you can just click on that directly. Anyway, so whilst I've got it highlighted, I'm going to move it so it sits underneath the services text box, and what I'm going to do is give it the same background colour as the services text box as well. I believe it's that one. Okay, so now it's easier to see. And what we could do is put a little text box in there and type in repairs. Obviously this is just a demonstration, and put in another one, servicing. Okey-dokey. There. So what I'm going to do is turn off the guides there, so I'll get a clearer look as to what's going on. Now notice I've got two text boxes inside the this drop down container here. If I want to access the drop down container, whilst the text box is highlighted, if I hold down the control button then click the mouse, it highlights the drop down for me. That's the same in most in any container actually. If one of its kind of child elements is highlighted, you hold down control and then click the left mouse button and it will highlight the outer container. Okay, so that's like a dummy drop down. So these aren't real links, but you can, from that you should be able to get the gist of how it works. So I'm just going to save this page, and on the tab on the right I've got this page open. That's a drop down I did earlier when I was practicing. I'm just going to refresh this. This is the page we were just looking at, and as you can see you've got the drop down there, the one I've just implemented. So it's activated every time my mouse moves over the services button, and if I put my mouse over the services button then put my mouse over the drop down, it'll stay there until I move my mouse off again. Okay, so that's very simply how you add a drop down, and that's one application for drop downs. There will be more tutorials showing you how you can use drop downs to do different things, and also showing how you can change the different attributes for a drop down. So I hope that's been useful, and thanks for watching.